3 minutes left. That's all. The clock is ticking, and heaven is leaning in. Archangel Michael, the warrior of light, the guardian of divine truth, whispers this moment into existence. A letter is on its way. Not from a courthouse, but from the courts of heaven. It carries your inheritance, the blessing your spirit has been aching to receive. And who sent it? Not man. Not luck. But the hand of destiny, guided by the sender who wrote your name long before you ever spoke it. If you've ever felt forgotten, left behind, or unseen, this is not a coincidence. This is your awakening moment. Open your heart. Prepare your soul. Because when heaven writes to you, everything changes. Start now. Don't move, don't scroll, don't say, I'll check this later. This is not just a message, it's a moment and the clock in. Heaven is ticking 3 minutes, that's all. The time you have left to realize what's been hidden from you your entire life. Not because God was keeping it from you, but because the enemy tried to steal it. Before you were ready, now the curtain is lifting now. Your name is echoing. Now the truth is rising from the ashes. You've been feeling a strange pull all week, like something's about to shift. You're not wrong, this is not imagination, this is revelation. You are standing in the final seconds before something permanent begins, and if you miss it, you won't just miss a moment, you'll miss an unlocking. God is not warning you to scare you, He's alerting you to prepare you, because this message was scheduled for your soul. Your spirit is tuned and your heart is trembling. That's the first sign you are being called to attention. Something sacred has moved from heaven's vault into your earthly realm, and it's coming fast on paper. Through a word, through a person. Archangel Michael is here. He has not come to whisper, he has come to defend, to declare. He says, watch the door. There's someone about to knock with the wrong intention. He has seen them, he knows the timing, he knows their disguise. And while they plan to distract you, heaven is already sending a letter that will expose everything. A real letter, a real message, and it carries a name that will make your heart stop. The name of the one who sent it will not make sense. At first, you'll doubt it, you'll blink twice, but it's real, because God doesn't work in safe assumptions, He works in divine reversals. The delay is done, the secrets are done, the silence is done. What they buried, God uncovered. What they erased, God rewrote. What they hid, God just handed to an angel, and that angel has not lost their grip. The vault is open, the scroll is unsealed, and your name is glowing in heaven's ink. You didn't imagine the warfare, you didn't create the resistance, it was real, and it was because of what you carry, not just potential, promise, power, inheritance. Someone once held the file with your name on it. They folded it, they hid it, they said, they'll never find out, but God did. God saw it, God heard that conversation, the two voices in secret, the betrayal in silence, the plan to shut you out of something that was yours. But heaven said, enough now. The letter is moving through people, through systems, through dimensions, and when it lands, it will shock your timeline, because it doesn't just carry news, it carries restoration. And not just money, but your name, your voice, your value. Someone called themselves your guardian, but they guarded what was never theirs. They sat on your name like it didn't matter. They convinced others you didn't qualify. They even told stories to erase your worth. But God says, I never believed them. He saw what was happening, the meetings behind your back, the signatures that weren't yours, and now He's turning the system upside down. He's bypassing the liars, He's pulling out truth like gold from a locked drawer. You've waited long. You've cried quietly, you've smiled Through rejection, and now heaven has ruled its time. The letter carries something sacred. A signature, a stamp, a surprise, not just written in ink, written in justice, written in truth, written in heaven's court. They said you didn't deserve it, but God wrote next to your name, blessed, worthy, chosen. You don't need their apology. You don't need their permission, because heaven never asked their opinion before. It decided to bless you, the person delivering the letter. They don't even know why they're trembling, but their hands feel heavy, because they are carrying your freedom. They held it back out of fear, out of pride, out of guilt. But God visited them. God whispered your name, and they couldn't sleep. They saw your face in a dream. They heard the voice of truth, and now they are moving finally to obey. The envelope is simple, but the contents are fire. The message is quiet, but the impact will be thunder. You are walking into an unveiling, not just of blessings, but of yourself. You are about to see who you really are. You thought you were broken, but you were buried. You thought you were abandoned, but you were being prepared. You thought the door was closed, but it was being reinforced to hold the weight of what's now being released. 3 minutes left. That's what heaven says. 3 minutes until the gate swings open. 3 minutes until the mail touches destiny. 3 minutes until you look up and the page turns. Forever something is coming, and it has your name on it, written clearly, stamped in spirit, marked by fire. They will say, how did you get that? You will say, God sent it, and they won't believe it, but they'll feel it, because what you're about to walk in cannot be duplicated. It's not charisma, it's covenant. It's not attention, it's authority. And this authority, you didn't beg for it. You were born for it. You've been hidden but not forgotten, delayed but not denied. You've been overlooked but not by God. He's been watching every move, every attempt to block you, every hand that tried to keep what was yours, and now He has overruled them. There is a letter moving in the spirit, and it is yours, not generic, not symbolic, real, and it is heading toward you faster than your doubts can catch up, because heaven doesn't run on fear, it runs on fulfillment, and fulfillment has begun. The envelope is marked, the content is sealed, and your name is glowing on it. Like fire, someone tried to remove it. They thought if they deleted your name you'd disappear. They thought if they changed the records you'd never find out, but God keeps backup files in places no thief can reach, and the backup is now the blueprint. This letter, it's not just information, it's confirmation of who you really are, of what you really carry, of what they tried to bury but couldn't kill. Your inheritance is not just something you get, it's something that proves they couldn't break. You stayed kind when they got cruel. You stayed soft when the world tried to harden. You stayed believing when everyone else gave up, and now the reward is traveling towards your name. It's not a coincidence, it's a command. God has spoken, and the angels obeyed. Archangel Michael didn't just protect you, he's been protecting what belongs to you, and now that it's being delivered, he's standing at your threshold with wings like fire. No demon can enter, no distraction can deter, no manipulation can reframe this. It is settled, and it is sealed. You will not miss this letter, you will not miss your moment, but you must stay alert, because some people know more than they're saying. They've seen the documents, they've heard your name, they felt the shaking, and they're nervous. They're acting strange, they're avoiding you, they're testing your awareness. Watch them, don't confront them, but watch the ones who act confused are the ones who were once in control but not anymore. Heaven has shifted authority. And your name has been spoken in places you never even stepped into. You've been invited without knowing. You've been approved without asking. You've been remembered without reminding. Now the letter is being sent not just to reach your address but to reveal your alignment. This is bigger than favor. This is justice. This is heaven saying, I saw it all and I'm restoring it now. There's a person behind this letter. Someone you never expected. They once ignored you. They once walked away. They once said they don't deserve it, but God visited them. He spoke in their sleep. He reminded them of what they owed, not just money but truth, but honor, but closure. They woke up shaking. They tried to forget the dream, but your face wouldn't leave them because you were the name heaven would not let them ignore. And now they're sending the letter not to be nice but to obey, not to fix it but to release it. You don't need them to be perfect, you need them to deliver, and they're about to expect the unexpected. It won't look dramatic, it will look normal, but your spirit will feel the wind, that holy tension, that quiet inner trembling. That's not anxiety. That's activation. When it shows up, read slowly. You'll want to rush, but let your spirit read, not just your eyes. Every word is a mirror, every sentence is a seed, every name is a revelation, because God is not just telling you what's coming, He's showing you what was always yours, and what's been blocking it has been removed. No more delay, no more lies, no more hands holding what belongs to you. Heaven has declared your name as the rightful heir, and what you're about to hold is more than a paper. It's proof of your worth, of your journey, of your divine bloodline. Yes, you carry something ancient, something holy, something no system could erase, and that's why the fight was so strong, because the enemy knew you were the key, not just to your breakthrough but to your whole generation's shift. That's why they tried to bury you in shame. That's why they tried to distract you with fear. That's why they tried to wrap you in rejection. But it didn't work, because what God placed inside you cannot be drowned. The river is rising and you are standing in the flood, a flood of restoration, a flood of remembrance, a flood of holy reversal. And the letter is the first wave. It carries a code, a key, a clue. You won't understand it all at once, but you'll feel it will hit your chest like thunder wrapped in light, because deep down your spirit already knows this is the moment, the thing you thought you missed, the blessing you stopped asking for, the favor you felt wasn't yours anymore. It's here right now in real time. And heaven's clock has struck. You didn't imagine this, you didn't create this moment in your mind. It's happening for real. The shift you've been sensing, it's not emotional, it's not mental, it's spiritual, and it's active right now. The courier has been released. The letter is no longer delayed, it's en route, and everything around you is about to confirm it. The wind will feel heavier. The conversations will sound different. People will start acting strange. Why? Because they can feel it too. Even those who don't want to say your name can feel the weight of your return. They don't understand it, but their spirit is unsettled, because heaven has placed something in motion that no human can interrupt. You were hidden for a reason, because if this came too early, they would have ruined it. If it landed in your hands before you healed, you would have questioned if it was yours. But now you know you are ready, not just to hold it but to walk with it. You'll recognize the letter by what it stirs in you. It will awaken peace and trembling at the same time. You'll want to cry, but not out of sadness, out of recognition, because this isn't just about money. It's not just about land or assets. It's about identity. It's about the part of your story they tried to write without you, but now the author has stepped back in and he's correcting the Narrative you were never supposed to be. Left out you were never meant to be. Silenced. They removed your name from the surface. But heaven never stopped engraving it. Deeper now that name is being spoken. Again in rooms of power in places of influence in courts you've never seen. And the letter carries the sound of justice. It doesn't just tell a story, it confirms a prophecy. Something they said was impossible is now in your mailbox. You won't have to defend yourself. The document will speak louder than your voice ever could. It will tell them who you are, what was stolen, and who tried to take it, not for you to seek revenge, but so truth can stand up and lie can sit down. Someone close to you knows they've seen the papers, they've heard the name. They've known all along, but shame made them silent, pride made them still. Now guilt has turned to obedience, and they've been moved to release it, and though they may never say it out loud, their hands will do the talking there, sending what they once held there, obeying a voice they can't explain. They tried to delay it, God accelerated it. They tried to block it, God rooted it. They tried to change the outcome, God changed the law, He rewrote the ending while they were still writing your absence. And now a knock is coming, a message is landing, a shift is happening. It will feel sudden, but it was scheduled from the beginning. Before you cried, before you were left out, before you were made to feel small, this was already written in your favor. The inheritance carries your name, not just legally, spiritually, and the weight of that name is something no one else can carry. It was built for you, it was sealed for you, it was delayed for your growth, and now it's being delivered. When you open it, you'll see more than words, you'll see restoration. You'll feel clarity, you'll know this is the missing piece, the one thing that kept your spirit searching. The moment you thought would never come, and hear it is, it might come as a call, it might come as an envelope, it might come as a message that feels too random to be random, but your spirit will know, because heaven leaves fingerprints on every true promise. There will be names in the letter, names that make you pause, names you forgot, names you thought were against you, but now they're being used not as enemies, as instruments, because God can use anyone to deliver what belongs to you. He doesn't need perfect people, He needs the obedient, and someone just obeyed, someone just said yes, someone just released the file, someone just handed it over, and now it's coming with speed, with fire, with grace. You will not need to prove yourself, your name is enough. You will not need to argue, your blessing is undeniable. You will not need to beg, your promise is already paid for, and now you must do the one thing that terrifies the enemy most. Believe it's for you, because if you believe, you will receive, and if you receive, you will rise, not to be wrapped, to walk in purpose, not to flaunt, to fulfill. Your life will never be the same, because this isn't just a blessing, it's a turning point. Your inheritance has arrived, not just in value, in voice. You are about to be heard, seen, validated, and not by the people who rejected you, by the one who created you. God says, your name is still on the scroll, the seal has been broken, the angels are in formation, the letter is here, receive it, hold it, step into it, because this time you are not being skipped, you are being sent. Your inheritance is written, and it's on its way, not from the world, but from the heavens. If this message stirred something deep within you, if you felt the pull of something greater, then don't let it end here. Like this message to affirm your readiness. Comment, I receive it, to claim what's already been written in your name. Share this with someone who's forgotten they are chosen. And subscribe, not just for more messages, but to stay aligned with the voice calling you higher. Because the letter is coming. And when it does, you'll want to be ready. Your name is on it.